Hello everyone and welcome to the second part of SwiftUI guide where you can learn, well, the basics of SwiftUI. And let's just wait for people to come up to this live. And while we are doing that, let me just remind you that I have already created a live stream yesterday. And we were taking a look at some basic stuff with SwiftUI. We're taking a look at the body, the content view, geometry, the scroll view, lazy V stack, and some text, and of course all of these nice modifiers. Now you can take a look at the description for the link where you can download this project. And yeah, this was kind of the last part, so the first part in our series. And I will just create, zip these files onto part 2. So whatever I'm going to do today is going to be found on the part 2. So what are we going to talk about today? Let me just pull up my text edit here, and yeah, we have 3 modules. We're going to talk about basic views, then some advanced views, and some expert views. Yes, that is right. And first of all, I'm just going to create a tab view because, yeah, this geometry there with the scroll view is, yeah, it's pretty kind of convoluted. Let me just build and run and show you what we got here. And yeah, go ahead and check out the chat. I will just wait for you on the chat, or just if you have any questions, go ahead and leave them there. Okay, so here is our building example, and it's basically a scroll view and everything that we have covered so far in the series. Hey, Agota, nice to meet you. Okay, so today we are going to start off by creating a tab view. So what are we going to do? Well, first of all, let's go to our SwiftUI guide. And yeah, if you don't know what the app is all about, go ahead and check out the previous live stream. So here we have a content view, but and that is all that you can see here. But I want to have these separate tabs on my app. So what I will just do here is just create a new file and select SwiftUI view. Let's click on next, and let's name this tabbed, or let's see, tab to view. Very fancy, but it is what it is. Tab to view. And let me just change this hello world into hello tab 2. Okay, so now we have 2 views, and if you just change this content view into tab 2 view, then of course that will be created right over there. So we want to create a tab view, and that couldn't be easier. Just go ahead and type in tab view, and yeah, let's just add in here our content view, and then our tab 2 view. Okay, so next up, what we want to add in here is a selected tab. So we will store this in a state variable. Now, state variables are kind of, okay, you can write to it and you can access it. And whenever you just change those states, those state variables, whenever they are used, SwiftUI will change the UI accordingly. By the way, SwiftUI is very, very data-driven, so get rid of all those UI bugs. So at state, let's just go here, var selected tab, and I would just go and set it as, and it will be inferred, so let's set it to 1. So in order to this to work, we want to create a tab item, and let's have it as a label. Well, let's just add in here some images. So image and system name, and let's open up SF symbols for that. Now, SF symbols can be downloaded from developer.apple.com. and yeah, just download it and install it. So what should we have here? Well, let's have some nature maybe. Yes, let's say flame fill. So just go to edit and copy name. Okay, and just add it in there. And next up, what we want to do is, let me just select all of that and hit Control I, so we just indent it. And next up, what we want to add is a tag. And as you can see, the tag will be kind of, yeah, what we are going to select. And in our case, I would just add in int value, and I would just add in here 0. And let me just copy all of this out, paste that in there, and TABVIEW, set the tag to 1, and let's change this to, let's say, the leaf. Okay, copy name again, and just paste that into there. Okay, so now we got our tags right. We have our selected tab state, but how do we actually set that state? And that is with the selection. So just go selection, and you just want to bind this selected tab state variable, which means that we are going to kind of put in that variable into the tab view, and whenever the tab view says, okay, I have changed the selection, it will be represented in that state variable, and accordingly that we will just if the selected tab is changed in other places, we will jump to that accordingly in the UI. Okay, so to bind this, we want to have a $sign and selected tab. And basically that's it. So let me just show the simulator again and build and run and see what we got here. And fingers crossed, we will have a tab view. And there it is, indeed. And by the way, the selected tab will be the second one, so with the tag 1. By default, of course, it will just have the tab 0. So with the tag 0, if you don't add any tags, it will just select the left one automatically. Okay, so we are ready for the part 1. So everything that we will do, we will add in here, in the TABVIEW. And I think that we are already done with our first point here. Yes, so yeah, tab view, but there's also some interesting things here with the tab view style. Now let's just add in here, let's see, a tab view inside our actual what's it called, tab2view, and I'm just go here, tab view, and you will see where I'm going in just a second. So let's just add in here the text and then another text. So I will just go maybe tab free, but of course this won't be tab free, but just so you know. And now what we want to add in here is a tab view style. So dot tab view style, and it will be page tab view style. So page tab view style. And let's see what happens right now, okay? Because it will be really, really interesting. And this I see come a lot on Stack Overflow of how to do things. So here we have our tab 2, and voila, we have tab 3. How great is that? So we have kind of a pager. And I think that we also have this, yeah, I don't know if you can notice that, but we have these kind of pagers, so we can select that. If we added some background color to our view, then we could just see that right off the bat. Okay, Andrew, hi there. Have a great day and live stream. Well, for you too, in terms of the great day. And indeed, I am having a great live stream. I'm having so much fun teaching you guys about SwiftUI. I'm really excited about SwiftUI, by the way. With the second version, like SwiftUI 2.0, there's so much possibility with it. And yeah, I really think that we can kind of dump UIKit. Of course, there are some aspects of UIKit that we don't really have in SwiftUI just yet. But of course, we can just borrow from UIKit. And that is what we are going to cover in later episodes of this kind of series. Yeah, that's what I'm going to call it, because I'm going to show you how you can also use UIKit. Hi, Glenn from New York City. Hey, I do have some friends in New York City. We collaborated on a new app on New York City, and it's called Latitude. Go ahead and check out the YouTube video on it. Really like New York City stuff. Okay, so let's continue. Here we have our tab view style. So yeah, by the way, if you have any questions, Andrew, Glenn, or whoever will just join us, go ahead and write them in the comments below. I will try to just watch here and answer your questions. Okay, so we got our tab view and our page tab view, but I think that I will just comment this out. This is just for fun. So what I'm going to do is just grab this and paste it in there. So yeah, we don't get those errors. So that's everything I wanted to show you about tab views. Next up, we have the button. Yes. So finally, after all of those texts, we are going to have a button. So let's just clear this and just start typing in button. And yeah, just open parentheses. And there are quite a few here, as you can see. My favorite, by the way, is the action and label, but let's just go through one by one. So yeah, let's just go with the title. And here, as you can see, we need a string protocol. So we are just going to add in here tab me, not tab me. Yeah, we talked a lot about tab views, and I just wrote tab me. Okay, and the action, you just go with the tab onto the next, well, it's a completion, and you just hit return, and then you have your code. And I will just print out hello SwiftUI guide. Okay, so that's that with the two L's. And let's just build and run and see. But basically, this is a default button with a string. Okay, tap me. There we go. And hello, SwiftUI guide. Let me just move this right over here so we can see a lot more. Okay, so that's one way to create a button. The other way, and I'll just comment this out so you can have it for later reference. Just have some button. Hey Jim, good evening from Qatar. Awesome, awesome. Welcome. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask them. Okay, next up we will choose action and label. Now on the title with the string protocol, we could just add in a simple string, and yeah, that's what we had there. But with the action and label, we could just choose an action, and I'm just going to copy again out the print statement there. Let's just get rid of this junk. And on the label, we could just add in here whatever view we want. If you recall, last time I told you everything is a view in SwiftUI. Hey Richard, greetings from Germany. Awesome, so we are getting all over the world. Really, really nice. Go ahead and check out the description for these resources, and if you have any questions, leave them there. I think I told this too many times, so I will stop right now. If you have questions, go ahead and leave them in the comment chat section. Okay, so here we have our label, and let's add in here, let's just add in here an image. So why not? Let's have the image, and let's have it a system name, and let's choose another one here from SF symbols. Why not this ladybug? Maybe we have some bugs in our code and we want to tap them, like squash them. Why not? So there we go, a ladybug. So let's build and run and see how it looks. There we go. There we go, we have our ladybug, and if I tap on it, of course, if you recall, we could just add in here a font, and last time I just added a large title font, but this time I will just go with a system size of, I don't know, maybe 100. Let's see that bug, and I will also just add in here a foreground color of .red, because yeah, we don't like bugs, we want to squash them. And while you are at squashing, go ahead and squash that like button. And if you are not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Subscribe, because I will just go on and on this week with SwiftUI Live. So let's just tap on this really nice. Okay, so yeah, so you could just add in here a V stack, an H stack, whatever you wanted. And I was talking about them in the previous episode. So let's move forward and yeah, let's add a background. Why not? So I will just come back here and let me just add in here a text. And yeah, let's just go ahead and comment this out so you get to see what I was working on. Let's create a new button. A button, and let's just go action and a print statement again. By the way, how am I doing all of that commenting out? So I'm selecting all of this or whatever the lines, and I don't have to go from start to end. I just select the lines and hit command / So I'm commenting that out. Again, command / commenting it in. So we have our label here, and that will be a text. Let's see, tap me again. And let's just make this bold, and yeah, bold is enough. So I just added in here background. So you already know the actions. So the actions are there. You just print out or do whatever you want. And you should do that, by the way, in a view model. So you just create a view model, but that's for another day. Background. Let's add a background here. So dot, again, a new modifier. So background. And yeah, what do we want from a background? We actually want the background color. So colors are also views. I have already stated that. So color dot, and let's go with green. Why not? Background color green. Let's hit command R again and see what we got here. And notorious grad. Let's play with databases. Yes, so we are going to play with databases, but yeah, not on this series, but I will show you, I will let you know where you can catch me up with databases. And I will use, well, not REST APIs or Django. I'm going to use the simplest way possible with databases, and that is Firebase. And I'm just so in love with Firebase's Firestore. Well, that's for another day again, but yes, so that's that. Thank you for the suggestion, Notorious Garage. So, tap me again. There we go. So what I'm going to do is add a foreground color here. Dot foreground color. So dot foreground color dot white. And if you recall on my previous episodes, what we want to add in here is a padding. Okay, so let's build and run again and see how this actually looks like. Because yeah, you can see that it's kind of rounding up to be a color, but it's not rounding up correctly because yeah, we don't have rounded corners. So let's just add them there, and that is dot corner radius, and you already saw this in the last live, just adding their corner radius. And on the last episode, you saw why it's so important to have these view modifiers in order. So again, tap me, I'm just tapping on it, really nice. And because this is a button, we have this kind of fading out effect. Okay, so what else do we have here? Okay, so stroke. Let's take a look at how we could just create a stroked background. So what we want here is maybe let's just remove the background and the corner radius. Yeah, so my approach would be like this. So let's remove, or let's just comment these two out and move forward. So background, and the background, as you can see, is a view. So I will just hit return there, and I can add in here whatever view I want. And what I will do here is just go ahead and go rounded rectangle. And here you can see we have a corner radius, and let's have corner radius of 8, why not? And then we can just add a stroke to this rounded rectangle, and let's just choose the one with this, the content, I believe, or just use stroke border. Yes, let me just double check here on my notes. So what we want to have here is a stroke of color. Yes, so stroke and the other one is the line width. So let's just see stroke, line width, stroke, line width. That's the one. So with the content of shape style and the line width, this is what we want. Yeah, we have a lot of strokes. So let's have this here as, I don't know, maybe green again. So dot green. And I don't know, maybe we need to add a color. So we do know that it's a color. It doesn't infer it automatically. Richard, do you know if I can add SwiftUI to an already existing app written in Objective-C? Yes, yes you can. So all you have to do is add a UI hosting controller, and we will talk about that. Yes, we are going to talk about this, how to add SwiftUI into UIKit in a follow-up episode this week. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you get notified when a new live comes up, and we are going to talk about it just yet. Good question, Richard. Hey, Alpar. Yeah, Rebeloper is the best. Yeah, I know. Yes, yes, I know. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so line width. Let's add in here too. And let's just build and run. I know I just lost my train of thought here, but what we are trying to do is just add a background. And yes, let's just change this to, again, green. Why not? Well, it will not look that nice, but yeah. You're welcome, Richard. So yeah, it was in the plans, by the way, but good point there. Okay, so hello, SwiftUI guide. Again, this is kind of a button that you might want to create. And yeah, it's generally used, this look, so I thought that we should just cover this. Okay, let's move forward and let's talk about the links. So links. Let me just, yeah, I think I'm just going to comment out stuff here. It's much easier than just creating a VStack or whatever. You were thought about VStacks in the previous one. So there we go. Link, we have a title with a string protocol, again a string, and a destination URL. Also we can have this destination URL with a label. So let's just go here and let's go, let's see, rebeloper.com, whatever, that's the link. So here we want to have a URL. This is the actual URL, and just go with the string and https:/rebeloper.com/mentoring. Why not? So yes, yeah, and yeah, because creating a URL from an actual string might fail. So yeah, this could be just gibberish. I need to force unwrap that, or just, yeah, just create it that it's an optional, and then you just give it a default value. So let's just build and run and see what happens when I tap on this link. Okay, we just tap on it, and there we go. We are taken to rebeloper.com/mentoring. Okay, let's just wait for this to load so you can see. Yes, you can kind of have a one-on-one 60-minute call with me on Zoom. If you have any questions or bugs. Richard, thank you so much for your tutorials. Yeah, you have to go ahead and rewatch this episode because you will love this. Take care. Okay, so that's one way to create a link. The other way is, again, with the link and with a destination and the label. Again, the destination, I will just copy this out, and while we are here, let me just comment that link out, paste it in there, and for the label, again, let's just copy out this image right over there. As you can see, I really like copy and pasting, but you have to be careful with copy and pasting because, yeah, if you don't know what you're doing when you are copying and pasting, yeah, you can get into a lot of trouble. So what I will just do here is just paste that new image there. So whenever I tap on this link now, again, it will take me to rebeloper.com/mentoring. There we go. And it's loading again, and really, really nice. Okay. And that's it for the links. Basically, that's it. You can style it to your needs, whatever you want in this kind of label part, or you could just add in here, let's say, a background color also, or yeah, background view, background color of a dot. I don't know. Let's add in here color dot green. I'm just adding this here so you can see that you're not limited to just adding your view modifiers on there. So you can just do that right over there after you set the link, because the link actually is again a view. You guessed that right. Okay, so let me just see what else do we got here. Link, toggle. So let's talk about toggles. Let's create one right over here. Let's just comment this out and let's just start creating our toggle. Well, toggle is the switch in UIKit terms if you are coming from UIKit land. And what yeah, there's quite a lot. And let's just take a look at the title string protocol, and let's just add in here, or like toggle me, something like that. And here is a strange thing. It's a binding. We already use bindings in the TABVIEW on the SwiftUI guide app file. So what we are going to do here is, again, we are going to create a state var is on. So I'm just having this is on as a false, but you could just set it to true. Maybe your toggle needs to be true by default, so when it appears. And yeah, if you are going to have a lot of states here declared, please do make those names much more readable. So here dollar is on, and let's just see. Let's build in front, and toggle me, it's off, and I can set it to on. Great. So let me just add this link. So let's just grab it out here. Let's add it into a VStack, and then copy both of them into that VStack. And let's add padding while we are here. So padding, I didn't like this, that toggle me is all the way to the side of our screen. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to change this to show link. And what I'm going to do is, if is on, I'm going to show this link. So let's just copy all of this out and paste it in. Otherwise, I'm not going to show it. So yeah, now you can see the power of these state variables and the power of course, binding them into, let's say, a toggle that we have here. Okay, so because this is not shown, yeah, it's off. And now, there we go. We have this ugly link there. So there we go. Really nice. So that's one way to create a toggle. There's also another way. So let's just do that. Let me have some more screen here. So toggle. And we can add also a label. So again, the dollar is on. Let's have a label. And let's just see what do we want to have here. Again, we could just use an image. So let's just do that. I'm just going to copy out that image, paste it in there. I'm not going to go with the font or the foreground color. I'm just going to leave it as it. And let's just search for link. There we go. Link. Yeah, you don't have to be a brain surgeon to just copy out that link string, but it's always nice to just copy and paste these strings, because yeah, you never know. Okay, let's see how this looks like. There we go. We have our link here. I'm just going to show or hide. Show, hide. Really nice. Okay, let's move forward. And yeah, maybe you do want to hide this label. So yeah, this label that you can see here. And all you have to do is go ahead and add another view modifier, labels hidden. And now you won't see that. So let's just build and run again. There we go, no labels. Really, really nice. Okay, so I think if we just, yeah, so basically that's it. Next, I think I want to customize this. Yes, there's the label and the toggle style. So toggle style, switch toggle style with the tint color. I didn't, yeah, it's just writing. So let's just have in here toggle style, and let's see, switch toggle style, switch toggle style with a tint color of, let's say, dot red. Okay, let's just go with red. Okay, let's see now how that looks. If you are coming from UI kit, you know this is so hard to perform. So it's really, really hard to set this kind of tint color on a switch. Of course, there are some extensions that I have already created, but it's really hard to perform this. And yeah, currently you just do it like so. Let's move forward to the second module, some advanced views. So let's take a look at a label. So I'm just going to add this right over here. So what are labels? Labels have come from since iOS 14. So this is kind of a new thing. And what this means is that you have an image on the left, and then you have some sort of text accompanying it. And yeah, you could just go with creating an image and put it into a horizontal stack, but it had its like layout issues. They weren't quite on the same, I don't know how it's called, so on the same line. But yeah, this solves it. So we can use a title with a system name. We could just also use with an image name. Let's just go for this first, and then we just go with the title and the icon. So let's just go with the title, and let's go Rebeloper, and then image. Now this needs to be a string, and I do have a logo image imported last time. Hey Glenn, thank you very much for saying great tutorial. I really enjoy teaching you SwiftUI. I think it's mind-boggling what it can do. So let's hit Command R and see this. So we should see the Rebeloper logo and then Rebeloper. Yeah, so here we have the image. So as you can see, it's quite large. So yeah, you gotta be careful. So this doesn't represent the real label. So yeah, let's just go ahead and create it another way. I would just comment this out, and let's just use system images, because most probably that is what you are going to use. So system image name, and let's just head in here again, Rebeloper, and then a system image name, and yeah, let's just go with here.field, why not? And let's see how this looks like, because yeah, this will be much more representative. Okay, so as you can see here, we have our hair and our layer. So this is an actual label. Now, because we are in a V stack and it's centered, its alignment is centered, all of the label and of course the toggle is also centered. And while we are at it, let's just add in here a spacing so we can see this better. Okay. So that's it for the label. Let's see what else do we got. Yeah, we can just move on to our text field. And I think we did have a question about text fields last time from Sophia, and she asked, well, how can we make the text, how can we change the text field size? So that is with the font, and that is what we are going to show you today. So let's go with a simple text field first. So text field, and yeah, there's quite a lot, but what I like to use is this title with a binding, and the title is basically a placeholder. So type text here, and the binding, now again, as you saw on the toggle, you need to kind of store the data of our text field somewhere, because yes, SwiftUI is data driven. So I'm just going to create a new state variable at state, and by the way, these state variables should be declared private because state variables are owned by the view only, so they shouldn't be accessed by other view. So private var, and I'm just going to go with text. I know it's not that well named, but for the sake of this fast tutorial, it's great. So we have this state variable right over here. Now we can just go and bind it with $text, and that's it. So if we wanted to just let's just add it right over here. Let's just add the text on the label. Why not? So text. So whenever we type something in, that label's title will change. So yeah, again, a great example of the power of binding. So currently it's an empty string because up here we set the text, the default value of an empty string. And as you can see here we have our typed text here, and let's just type some here. So hello rabbit, and it's automatically updating the label's title. Really powerful. Okay, let's move on with the text field, and the next up is the font. So here comes our question, the answer to our question. So currently this has the default font, so let's just add in here a font of system. Yeah, you could just go with system size of, I don't know, maybe 50, so you can see that it really enlarged that. Basically that's it. This is how you just make, like, change the text field size. So type text here. Hi. There. Okay. Next up, what do we have here? A foreground color. Yes. So as you can see by default it is white. So again, we just go dot foreground color, and let's just have this as I don't know, maybe red. Yeah, I'm really clueless about colors, just black, green, and red here. But yeah, you get the point. So let's just go font. Let's just add it down there. Foreground color, add it down here, and let's just type something here, red. And it works really nice. Let's go for the foreground color. What else should you do here? Yes, there are styles, because if you just go ahead and yeah, you can't see this, and usually we would just want to have a rounded border around it, so you could just use something with the background around it, rectangle. But I usually like to have a style for this, because yeah, you might want to have some paddings there. Yeah, you just check it out with the rounded rectangle and see if you can just fix those issues. So you just go with text field style and rounded border text field style. So it's a mouthful, but it is what it is, and it does its job really nice. So let's build and run again and see how this looks like. Nice. As you can see, well, I don't know if you can notice this, but yeah, there is our rounded border for our text field. Nice. Okay, let's move on to our secure text field, because yes, you might want to have a secure text field, let's say for our password. So that is our secure text field, and let's just choose this one, text on commit, because yeah, as you can see, it has an on commit. So text, let's just go with the title, password, and again a text. So let's just create a new state variable, just copying that out and renaming it to password, and again just binding it with $password and on commit. Now this means that whenever we hit the return, so let's just print out our password. Why not? So password. Okay, so let's just build and run again and see how that looks like. Yeah, now we just have this, yeah, just the text field, but just the placeholder, but yeah, here we have. Okay, and now let's just hit return, and there it is. We have our nice password printed out, and you can use that. So whenever they hit return, you just save it to the server. Really, really nice. Okay, let's move on to module 3, expert views. We are going to talk about progress views, picker, and a type of picker which is segmented control. Okay, so let's just, I think that we could just simply move on, and let's create a progress view. So progress view, and yeah, let's just see. We should have. Let's just start off with this one. So just a simple progress view and see what we got here. So let's just beat and run. There is our progress view. Really, really nice. So yeah, that doesn't, yeah, it serves its purpose, but let's just go progress view and progress view there. And let's just go with a title. Why not? So title loading. Okay, let's hit Command R. And now we have a progress view, and below it we have a loading. Maybe let's just add in here 3 dots. I believe, I'm not quite sure, but I think we can add a font here like system. Let's see, system size 23, weight. Let's make this monospace, and I don't really care about the design. Let's see if this works. So let's hit Command R. No, it has failed. So yeah, we want to style it in another way. So let's just go with another progress view. And let's see, what else do we have here? Title and the label and the value. So let's just go with value and label. So the value will be, let's just see here, the value should be maybe 20. And the label, let's add in here a text of loading, and then add a font of size, system size, let's say 32, weight, monospaced, and no design. Okay, so let's hit Command R. And let's know what's going wrong. No monospace, so weight. Let's see, then light, I think it will be there. Okay, so weight should be light. Maybe that was the problem in the progress view. Just let me know. So here we have, it's loading, and the current value is yes. Okay, so the value should be added most probably as a state variable. So let's just do that if I'm correct. So or if it's not, yeah, something's wrong here. Let's just skip this, and I will come back to this next time, because I don't really understand what's going on with the progress view right now, and I need to make my researches, of course. Okay, so yes, accent color. So let's take a look at our accent color, and I think that if you just add in here accent color, and let's have this as red, it will work. Let's just see if the loading is set to red, because I do know that line is definitely going to be set with that accent color. Yes, so we are coming back to this later on. Okay, and the total and the current value label. I just start off next time with the progress view, like, you know, the progress bar view. Now let's move on to our pickers. Let me just remove this. Progress view takes in a float. Okay, let's just start. Thank you, Stanley. So progress view. There we go. Value and label. Oh, binary floating point. That's correct. So let's see, 0.2, label, again, text. And let's just go here and loading. And let's build and run this. Thanks, Stanley. Most probably this will work. There it is. Really, really nice. Okay, thumbs up for Stanley. Thank you very much. Okay, so now let's just try that accent color. So accent color. There we go, and dot red. And let's see that. While we are here, let me just remove that value. There we go. We have our label there. So let me just talk about the total and the current value label also. So let's see that. So progress view. Let's see what we got here. So title key, value label, and value total label and current value label. So for the value, we should have here, let's say, I think that now we can do this 20 and the total of, I don't know, maybe 200. And the label, and there we go. We still need floating values, so let's just stay with this. I will just build and run, see if this works, and otherwise I'm just going to go with 0 and 1. So these values should be between 0 and 1. But I think the total should be right now. So the current value label, let's add in here a text, and let's just go, and the value, again, let's just have here, let's see, we got the progress view. Just a second, let me just move back a little bit. So we have our label, yeah, we get our label here, and that is text loading. Okay, and then we got our current value label, and we could just use here some bindings, and let's just see. Yeah, let's just remove this. So I don't really care about the current value label for now because I'm not sure how to fix that. Okay, now it should be 1/10 of the total value, and it is. So really, really nice. Let's move on because yeah, we are coming to a 1 hour mark. Let's go to the picker. Okay, so picker. And the picker has a selection, a label, and a content. Of course, you can just go with the title string, but let me just go with the label because yeah, we are running out of time. Selection. So the selection, let me just create some stuff here. Let me just move away, comment that out. And let's have an array of items that we want to display. So first we want to have a var, I don't know, names. And let's just add in here like Alex, maybe Richard. Yeah, we need to have those quotes. Alex, Richard, oh, that's strange. And what's going on here? Oh, I didn't close it. Okay. I really have to take it slow. So Alex, Richard, Stanley. Okay, so we got our array of names, and we want to have a state for our currently selected name. So at state current name, and that will be, let's say, let's just choose Richard here. Okay, So we can use this to create our picker. Okay, so the selection is a binding current name. A label, yeah, we could just use a text here, so text. And let's just add in here picker, not picker names. Oh. Okay, and for the content, let's just add in here, let's see, content. Let's just start off from scratch. So we have our picker here. I think we will have to skip the picker also because I can't remember right now and I don't know where to find that. So picker and segmented control. So we will start off with the progress view, picker and selected control next time. So yeah, make sure to check this out tomorrow because yeah, I did have a lot of baffling here, but yeah, let's just go with the picker and segmented control only because yeah, the progress view with the help of Stanley really works. So we are going to take it off from tomorrow from picker and the segmented control. So yeah, I will see you then.